Well, I actually acted in our opening sequence, and I sort of felt that as an actor, I learned a lot of different things during the film process. I learned that the quality of shots were better when we used the tripod because there was a tendency for the cameraman to shake a bit, and therefore we would get shots which were particularly shaky. So often when we used the tripod, the camera would be a lot more still. I also learned that it was really important during from the progression of producing this media product to sort of experiment with different shots from different angles and positions. We did this by organizing shoots on different days so we could go back, evaluate what we already have, analyze it and see what we need and sort of progress from there. We found that really helped. And from the use of using the log sheet, we could compare and contrast different shots and see what we needed. We could evaluate, was there any noise in the background, was the camera work shaky, was the actor's body and the composition of the whole frame. I also learned that experimenting with camera angles is actually really important to the context we were trying to really important to the context we were trying to portray in the narrative. For example, our first shot is the main character scraping a knife against the wall, and you cannot see his face, but obviously we've done this deliberately because it immediately sets up enigmas. For example, who is he, or where is he going? Once we became confident with the camera, we were able to shoot shots from different angles and experiment to see, what works best. My knowledge of the software also did improve greatly. I was now confident with using different editing techniques on Adobe, using the video effects, for example, to contribute to the aesthetic look of our whole media product. For example, I used black and white. That was me using my video effects. We imported some sound, which really contributed to the overall feel of our psychological horror film. The music was particularly slow and melodic. I also felt from the progression from our preliminary task, I learned that it was really important to have a storyboard throughout the process, because this way you can go in, know which shots you're going to take, have everything thorough and planned. Whereas before in our preliminary task, we didn't really make we made a storyboard, but it wasn't detailed enough, and we perhaps were not as happy with the end product as we are with our opening sequence. So yeah, I learned that was really, really important.